Today, we're going to make some custom benches. I'm using the 2x4 Basics bench kit. These kits are fully customizable. They come with these bench ends, some screws, and all you have to purchase is the lumber. They come in a sand color, so the first step was painting them black. The directions tell us to cut 9 identical 2x4s, but because we're attaching side tables, 2 of our 9 pieces will be 2 feet longer. I laid them out to keep organized. The supports, the backing, and the seat. My largest bench is 6 feet long, so I have 7 6 feet pieces and 2 8 feet pieces. My next 3 benches were 4 feet long, 2 6 feet pieces, and 7 4 feet pieces. I went with 2x4 studs because I planned on painting everything. Treated or exterior wood would probably be a better option, but time will tell. So I'm trusting this exterior paint to do the job. As I say that out loud, I'm pretty nervous. All the backs and the bottoms of the benches would have a repetitive red, white, and blue color, so I painted that first. My color scheme is based on my values for freedom and equality, not so much the politicians today. I had my concerns with longevity, so I hit each side with 2 to 3 coats. When painting multiple things at a time, it's very important to keep organized. I had a plan, and so should you. It's pretty hard to explain, so let me show you what I did. This is the first design. I organized my pieces by paint color. I painted the parts as planned, and then some pieces that were dual colors, I would eventually correct with some masking tape. This is bench 2 and 3. Except for the decal, this is the easiest style to create. This is bench 4 with the most intricate design. This was done with a lot of masking tape and symmetry. I picked a starting point and end point and laid tape across that line. In order to keep things lined, I used scrap wood spacers throughout. Now all that was left was to paint, remove the masking tape, remask, paint some more, and remove the masking tape to reveal my final product. After everything was painted, it was time for assembly. The first bench I put together probably took the longest. Because the leg supports are end tables, we have to make sure they're even on both sides. The backing comes with pre-installed spacers. This is what the screw placement looks like. I'd pre-drilled the holes near the edges of the lumber to prevent splitting. When placing all the pieces down, some pieces may not align. I just made sure they were spaced evenly on both sides. I took care to make sure the artwork was also lined up. After a few tries, I finally got the hang of it. This is assembly start to stop. The kit comes with about 40 screws to hold everything in place. For the seat, I use spacers to keep things consistent. As much as I enjoy my concrete floors, once you get to a certain point, you can flip over the bench and screw it from the bottom. The bench ends don't slide in easily, so I had to use gravity to help me out. Once I got to bench 3, things moved along pretty quickly. At this point, if you were not creating end tables, you would be done. To get to this point was pretty easy, and overall cost was low. Now let's build some end tables. Water would definitely sit on top of the end tables, so I got pressure treated wood. And just like before, multiple coats of paint. I placed and aligned the tabletops, pre-drilled and screwed in place, and then hit it with another coat of paint. I was gonna finish it inside, but I got high. High on paint fumes. Just kidding, don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. I initially free-handed a star that turned into a disaster, so I decided to buy a star, use it as a template, mask over it, and paint it in place. This method worked out pretty well except for the overspray. I tried it another way using a laser cut template. This was quick and easy, but not as sharp. I would have never considered this unless I needed 50 stars. And just like before, it wasn't as sharp, but there was no other way for me to get that many stars on this board. And there you have it, 1 kit, 3 ways. As always, please like and subscribe and leave some comments below.